So earlier, I revealed that at one point in time I used to wear Hawaiian shirts every day, and I thought that that was a fashion statement. Here's a picture of me I remember this was in February, in the middle of the winter, and I'm at the Barnum Museum, which might say something about me, but I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt in February and no coat. So I wanted to figure out what date that was. So I went back to looking and noticing that this notebook was in the pocket. So I wanted to figure out what date was. Well, that's where it got interesting. These are my thoughts. I got this notebook the day before my birthday in 2005. So that meant that I was 26 years old at the time. And it says the first entry, oh yes, I did some lovely collaging in here. It says your first entry can be about how awesome I am. That's my best friend Janina. She's still awesome. But, so I put a couple of these things in here. Oh, my first idea too in here was a story about Irish twins that I would name Wacko and Weirdo, and the O because like O'Connell or something like that. O'Malley is a great one. I don't know why I didn't finish that. I also have a list of various different books that I wrote down that I wanted to read. So let's see what else we got here. Oh, here's a nice one where I put in some pictures of some beefcake models that I bought. One of which I thought was funny because his head is sort of floating off his body because someone's cut it off. Here's a nice picture of Batman that was by someone's nipple. And I wrote another image of gay Batman, and how about the placement? The image seems to be a piece of work, of art, in and of itself. Is it a commentary? Really necessary? Is a comment really necessary? We got where I was spending some of my money. Had to keep track of that. Never know what your income was going to be in May of 2005 when you were in Indiana. This one is kind of entertaining because I still have this issue where it says start working again. Got to do more work. Also, this one's interesting. On February 18th of 2006, I wrote, I got this great feeling of isolation this evening. I'm not entirely an empty nest, but I feel very much alone. That's kind of dark. And right next to a picture of Batman's nipple, or Nijinsky as the fawn. Let's see what else we got in here. We got a repeat. Repeats are when I think I experience deja vu, like it's happened before, so I know I'm on the right track. That was interesting. They get kind of detailed. Oh, a story idea called The Visitors. This was a story I was going to write. I didn't. Story of an aging famous writer and the quote-unquote guests, all of which are uninvited and show up at his door. Well, what to do with them is the question. Some days they are told to leave, some days they are asked in, some days an adventure begins. Thinking of how Twain, Frost, and Gaines, I don't remember who that is right now, hearing stories of the back of their doing lectures at colleges and then walking people around at night. It was interesting about Frost. I guess maybe I thought I could be a famous writer. Someone had high self-esteem, didn't they then? Or thought highly of themselves. Let's see what else we got. Oh, a copy of Richard Cory, my favorite poem. You could never find that in 2005. Now you can just look it up. But you could have had it on you if you wanted to read it. Never read it to anybody. a list of job applications and a note that told me I had an appointment at my dentist on Tuesday the 23rd of 2005. Yeah, all right, what else we got? Oh, this one's a good one. This is a, over here, that's a blueprint for a shelf I was going to make. And I did. I had to measure how it was going to be perfect so the books would fit in there. Here's at that point I was copying poems. So I wrote something about the Emily Dickinson poem. I felt a funeral in my brain. Looks like I was going to try to write an essay on her, but didn't get to it. Hope you're still enjoying this. I'll give you just one more. We're getting at 6 minutes here. I wrote the first thing in this page is this is where the marker was left too. It says December is an exercise in tolerance and acceptance. I think that meant with family and holidays. Doesn't sound like anything else. Oh, I had to remind myself to get a book that was written by a guy who ran sideshows. The problem is sometimes I read these things and then I never bothered to look back and see what I wanted. And if I had, I probably would have spent thousands and thousands of dollars. So many things pop in my head that I want. And there's some old post-it notes with my scratching on them that somehow just have crossed out words. And I thought it was worthy enough of saving. From 2005 till now, so 17 years. I hope you had fun going down memory lane with me.